Hi guys, I'm Madeline here at Lakeside Table, and today we're doing something a little different. Instead of cooking up something really wonderful in the kitchen, we're gonna go over some essential cooking tools. So if you already have all of these, that is awesome. You definitely want to stick around to the end of this video for our bonus material on kind of a 2.0 level up of different cooking tools. Can opener. Some people like stand can openers. I really like this one, primarily because you can just get it right there, like that a sound effect, right there into the can and then let it go and then just gently turn it. Love this guy. This Y vegetable peeler is one of my favorites. I think it is way more effective than the straight one. This guy, not crazy about him. This guy gives you so much more control. I just love him. So these are some wonderful, just everyday common tools. With your spatulas, you definitely want to find something that is in one piece, because these guys have a tendency after a while to pop off and then you get all sorts of crud under there and you need to pitch it. So these will last you forever, along with your wooden spoons, spatulas. These are great if you're using it on a non-stick surface. It won't scratch your non-stick pans. These are wonderful for your stainless steel pans. Really, really love these. Okay, for your whisks, this guy is pretty fabulous because nothing gets stuck in there. In these balloon whisks, things have a tendency to get trapped in here, and then you gotta say, let me free, let me free. All right, this guy, you don't have to worry about that. All right, so then moving on, these are all really great tools. Oh, definitely want to make sure you have your wine opener and measuring cups and spoons and a nice thick measuring cup so you can pour hot things in, and this guy is just awesome. As far as knives go, these are really the two basic knives. I got both of these in culinary school, use them all the time. All my other knives, which you can see I have way too many, is a variation of one of these. These are fabulous. Okay, with your knives, you definitely want to make sure that you have a knife sharpener. Yeah, you can use the steel rod, but honestly, these work so much better. And I'm a little embarrassed to say that it took me a long time to catch on to this guy, and once I did, it just makes life so much more fun, so much easier in the kitchen. Okay, moving on to bowls. Bunch of different mixing bowls, different sizes, and then a little strainer, and then this big strainer. Love this guy. Not only can you use him for draining pasta and vegetables, use it as a colander, but it also works great sifting flour, using it as a sifter. This pan is my #1 most favorite pan in the whole world. It's a saucier pan, which is different than a skillet or anything because it has this sloping edge and is perfect for making sauces because nothing can hide in that back corner and burn. Love him. All right, soup pot, gotta have. Skillet, stainless steel. This way you get really great browning on scallops, chicken. This is also a nice little saucepan. And then a non-stick little skillet. This is great for making your eggs. This is kind of a 1.5 cooking tool. It's a cast iron. Some people are a little intimidated by it. I love it. After you use it for a little while, it gets its own non-stick surface on it, and it's fabulous. All right, these are a definite good thing to have in a kitchen. So you've got, I prefer these over this clam shape. You just have a lot more dexterity and so much more movement. These are great. Casserole dish and baking pans in various sizes. And then little bread tins. These are great for meatloaf, for banana bread, whatever you like. And then your cake pans. Make sure you get at least 2 because if you're making a box cake, you're gonna always have batter enough for 2. All right, this guy, these 2 are probably some of the best multi-users that you'll have in a kitchen. Yes, it looks like just an average old ice cream scoop, but you can also use this to dip into mayonnaise, use it as a measuring cup, and then anything goopy like mayonnaise or honey comes right out of that little bar. That's important. Love this guy. Dish towels. Not only are they great for drying dishes, but you can also use these to pull things out of the oven as hand mitts and put it underneath a bowl or a chopping block to keep things from sliding around. Fabulous. You can even use it to kill flies. That works too. All right. So then we have our chopping blocks. Wood, something plastic that you can run through the dishwasher, and then a handy dandy pepper grinder. This will definitely kick your cooking up a notch with fresh ground pepper. This is a microplane and love these. You can grate nutmeg, Parmesan cheese, chocolate. This also kicks your cooking up a level or 2. Weight scale, fabulous for making conversions and getting a more precise cooking. And then this is probably the #1 tool that will help increase your cooking proficiency in the kitchen. These are little tasting spoons, and the more you taste your food, the better it'll be. All right, now my #1 favorite. Have I said #1 favorite like 5 times so far? Probably. It's like, they're like my kids. It's like, I don't have a favorite. This is a Thermapen, and no, I'm not an affiliate for them, but I do love this instant read thermometer. It's incredibly precise, and I think I've had it for maybe 3 or 4 years, and I have yet to change the battery. And the nice thing about this battery is it's a AAA, not one of those funky batteries that you've got to memorize, multiple numbers for and search high and low. So definitely this keeps you from eating raw chicken and just makes life a lot easier in the kitchen. Okay, so if you already have all of these things, that is awesome. Definitely stick around for our bonus material coming up next. This portion of today's programming is for our overachievers. And if you happen to miss the previous bit, don't worry, just check out the description below, and I've got all of this equipment and the previous equipment listed out. All right, so this is our 2.0. Steamer basket is really wonderful, very versatile for all sorts of different vegetables, fish, what have you. This little guy, he made the list. I just love my nutmeg grinder. Yes, you can use the microplane that we already talked about, but I love this guy. He's fabulous. Little baby whisk. This is wonderful for just a couple of eggs, what have you. He almost made the 101 essential kitchen items, but the other one and a fork works just as well. Garlic press. Great stocking stuffer. Can you use a knife and a chopping block? Absolutely, but this guy really does the job in no time flat. If you have to get or want to get another knife, I highly recommended a knife with a serrated edge. All this wonderful wavy business, really not necessary, but what you're looking for is this serrated edge down here to cut bread with. Bench scraper. Love this guy. He is really fabulous. Instead of scooping up your food with a knife and cutting your hand, use this guy. He's wonderful. He also works to chop up dough and butter. This is a really good find. Cheese grater. Cheese grater could have made the 101 list of essential items, but honestly, I really only use this guy a few times. I do not reach for him every day. This one I like because he comes out of the tray. Just make sure that when you've got this opening here, that you're not grating on this side. done that more times than I want to admit to. All right, last but not least, a little food processor. Large food processor is also fabulous, but this guy I just go to so much for making aioli and mayonnaise, salad dressings. He is just a little workhorse. All right, so if you're looking for a little upgrade on your dishes and your pots and pans, I am in love with Le Creuset. These are my go-to. I cook with these almost every day and have been for the last 15 years. All right, you gotta check this out. I mean, lids still new. Okay, that's a little stained, but we're talking character, folks. I mean, this is really, really fabulous stuff. Soup pot, just the same. So these are almost like new, and I'm planning on giving these to my grandchildren when they're in their 30s. So major workhorses. Long stick matches, you might not always think about this, but this is definitely something you want to have on hand, especially as you graduate and you start cooking things and you're lighting things on fire. Definitely check out our video on chicken fricassee and coq au vin when we start lighting things on fire. Love these. And this is safe, keeps it away from your face. And this little grill pan is wonderful, especially if you sous vide, because you know if you sous vide, everything comes out looking like wet gym socks. And this puts a little color on it and some really great markings. These are great. Okay, then we go into a nice little hand immersion blender. Love this guy. Goes into all sorts of things. Great for making hollandaise sauce, aioli, what have you, and blending soups. Really nice. And then a slow cooker. Slow cooker is a workhorse in the kitchen, cannot live without it. And then another one of my favorites, stand mixer. Whether you go with a KitchenAid, Mixmaster, whichever one's your favorite, having a nice heavy duty stand mixer is great. All right, let's tuck that guy under. Rolling pin. Put this guy in our essential cooking tools 102 because it's just not something, unless you're an avid baker, that you're gonna use all the time. I like this one versus the straight one because I just think you have more control with this, and it's a lot easier to pound chicken, to break up granola bars, nuts. Very, very handy tool. Last but not least, the sous vide. So this is a Joule sous vide, and I'll put the description of this down below. And I used to use this in just a soup pot, which works great, except I started losing a lot of water due to evaporation. And this nice little container with a top just cut all that out and made it super easy to use. Okay, so that's it for our cooking utensils 101 and 102. If there's anything that is on your list that didn't make my list, definitely put that in the comments section. I would love to hear about it and tell me why you love it so much. So until then, don't forget to like and subscribe this video and my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.